Hey there, welcome back to Deep Links. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're diving deep into something that everyone loves to talk about, but nobody seems to know how to achieve: a balanced life. Yep, that mystical unicorn that everyone's chasing like it's gonna solve all their problems. But let's be real, most people have no idea what the hell they're doing, and that's why their lives are one big mess. Let's start with the truth that no one wants to hear: balance doesn't just magically happen. It's not something you buy off a late-night infomercial or find at the bottom of your fifth glass of wine. Nah, balance takes work, discipline, and a level of self-awareness that most people just don't have because they're too busy scrolling through TikTok looking for inspiration. Here's the deal: we all want to have it all: the perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect body, and of course, loads of time to binge-watch Netflix. But let me hit you with a hard truth: you can't have it all at once. It's impossible. You can't be hustling at work, running a marathon, making homemade kombucha, and still expect to have a thriving social life with endless hours to spare. Unless you figured out how to bend time and space, which, if you have, please let us all know. No, the reality is, creating a balanced life is about deciding what matters most to you, and then putting your energy into that, without losing your shit in the process. So, what the hell does a balanced life even look like? Spoiler alert, it looks different for everyone. For some people, balance might mean working 60 hours a week because they get off on the hustle, while for others, it might mean working part-time and spending the rest of their time hugging trees or meditating or whatever makes their heart sing. The trick is to figure out what balance means for you, not what society says it should look like, or what your mom thinks, or what that influencer on Instagram who looks like she's got her shit together is doing. You do you, baby. First, let's talk about the work-life balance myth. This is where most people fuck up. They think balance means working less and playing more. But balance isn't about cramming as much fun as possible into your time off. If you hate your job and live for weekends, you've got bigger problems. You're basically spending most of your life miserable, waiting for the weekend to save you. How sad is that? Here's a thought: if your job is draining the life out of you, maybe it's time to find another one. Or at least stop pretending like the job you hate is somehow magically going to get better just because you've decided to focus on balance. Find something you don't despise, or at the very least, don't complain about it like a little bitch every Monday morning. And don't even get me started on relationships. So many people think they need to be in a relationship to feel balanced. But if your idea of balance is relying on someone else to make you happy, congratulations, you're doomed to a life of disappointment. You know those people who are always whining about how their partner isn't giving them enough attention or how they feel like they're always giving more than they're getting? Yeah, those people are exhausting, and they've got it all wrong. A balanced life doesn't come from being in a relationship, it comes from knowing how to be okay when you're alone. Trust me, if you can't stand your own company, no one else is gonna be thrilled about hanging out with you either. Stop looking for a partner to complete you and start looking at how you can be a whole person on your own. Now, let's talk about health. And no, I'm not talking about those juice cleanses or keto diets that everyone's raving about. I mean real health: mental, physical, and emotional. If you're treating your body like a garbage can, don't expect it to perform like a Ferrari. If you're living off fast food, soda, and thinking that a morning donut is breakfast on the go, then guess what? You're fucking up. Your body is like a car, put in crap fuel, and it's going to run like crap. You don't need to be a health nut, but at least stop pretending that balance means eating salad one day and a bucket of fried chicken the next. Consistency is key. Move your body a little every day, even if it's just walking around the block or doing some half-assed yoga. Something is always better than nothing. And then there's mental health. I know, everyone's talking about self-care these days like it's some magical cure-all for everything. But let's cut the bullshit for a second. Self-care isn't just bubble baths and buying yourself expensive coffee because you deserve it. It's about setting boundaries, saying no to shit that drains you, and yes to the things that make you feel alive. It's about dealing with your baggage, facing your demons, and not just shoving them in a closet and pretending they don't exist. If you're not doing the real work, like therapy, meditation, or even just talking to a friend who calls you on your crap, then all the bubble baths in the world aren't going to make a difference. Speaking of friends, let's touch on social balance. A lot of you out there are hanging out with people who are straight up bad for you. You know who I'm talking about, those people who drain you, complain all the time, and make you feel like shit after you hang out with them. Why? Because you're scared of being alone or you feel guilty. But listen, you don't owe anyone your time or energy, especially if they're not bringing anything to the table. Cut them loose. Life's too short to be surrounded by people who suck the joy out of it. And if you're that person who's always complaining, always negative, always making life harder for everyone else, then maybe it's time to look in the mirror and figure out why you're such a miserable prick. And don't think I'm letting you off the hook about your phone addiction. Seriously, people, put your damn phone down. How the hell are you going to find balance if you're constantly plugged into a device that's designed to keep you distracted and unhappy? Social media is great and all, but if you're checking it 50 times a day, guess what? You're wasting your life. If you can't go a day without checking your likes, comments, or whatever else, then newsflash, you've got a problem. Maybe try reading a book, taking a walk, or doing literally anything else that doesn't involve staring at a screen. Here's another cold, hard truth: balance means sacrifice. That's right, you're going to have to give some stuff up. You can't be a fitness god and a party animal. You can't work 70 hours a week and expect to have time for hobbies, friends, family, and still sleep 8 hours a night. Choose what matters to you, then cut the rest. If you want to spend more time with your family, maybe don't work so much overtime. If you want to get in shape, maybe stop drinking so much. Stop trying to do it all, because that's a one-way ticket to burnout. Look, balance isn't easy. It takes effort, time, and yes, a hell of a lot of self-discipline. But it's worth it. And here's the kicker: you're gonna fail. Oh yeah, you're gonna mess up. You'll have days where you eat a whole pizza by yourself or spend the entire day in bed because life just feels like too much. That's okay. Balance isn't about perfection, it's about the long game. It's about getting back up when you fall down, trying again, and knowing that sometimes you'll suck at it. And that's fine. Cut yourself some slack, but don't use that as an excuse to stay stuck. So there you have it. Creating a balanced life isn't some mystical, unattainable goal. It's about being real with yourself, knowing what you want, and being willing to do what it takes to get there. You're gonna piss some people off along the way, and you're gonna make some mistakes. But if you're serious about it, you'll get there. Just remember, balance is about progress, not perfection. Alright, folks, that's it for today's rant on creating a balanced life. If you got something out of this, or even if you just think I'm full of shit, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to Deep Links so you don't miss the next episode. Peace out.